Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to another review video for Arrow. This is season 4. This is episode 3, and it is entitled Restoration. And we finally get to see the restoration of Sarah. And I've been waiting for this for a while. I've been wanting this to happen for a while. I really like the Sarah character. I really think that she was the best Black Canary, better than Laurel, more convincing than Laurel. I mean, I really liked Sarah as a character, and I was really bummed when they killed her off. And I'm ecstatic when I found out she's going to come back. She's going to be on the new show Legends of Tomorrow, and I couldn't wait for this episode. I was excited to see it, and I'm glad it's finally here. And we get to see her getting put down into the Lazarus pit and coming back like a zombie, almost. So, and I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a strong episode. I actually enjoyed it. Well, I thought last week's was very good as well, but it was better than the first episode. That's for sure. A lot better than that. But I enjoyed last week's, and I enjoyed this one. I thought it was another strong episode. It was interesting to see, mainly because of Sarah coming back. That was what my main, excitement was to see. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing Sarah come back. I really thought John Barrowman again. It was great seeing John Barrowman and as Merlin, and how he's the new Roz. Another strong actor, strong character, and it's always good to see him. It was also very good to see Nyssa back as well. So seeing those characters that are very cool, strong characters, I liked seeing them back as well. And you can see in the whole episode where she's trying to kill him as the new Roz, and at the end she's definitely going on a mission to kill him. I thought it was also fascinating to me that they destroyed the Lazarus pit, or Nyssa destroyed the Lazarus pit. But it should be interesting to see what they do going forward with that. I mean, I know they're going to bring in the character Constantine, and I think that's he's going to help with Sarah. I mean, it seems, logical that that's what they would have him for, maybe to restore the Lazarus pit. You'd think they would have other Lazarus pits somewhere, somewhere hidden, but I think they're going to bring him in to help with Sarah, maybe help restore the Lazarus pit. So I think the next few episodes are going to be really strong as well, and I can't wait for the Constantine episode as well. That should be very cool. But this this villain, the villain of the week, was a character. Was kind of a weak character. Didn't really do much. I thought he was kind of cool though, and having the tattoos that he could use to, fling as like bullets or darts or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool, but in the end, I mean, he didn't really serve much. I mean, he didn't really do much. The main threat ongoing is the awesome Damien Dark, which I know now is played by Neil McDonough. So I finally remembered his name. So, who is just awesome, amazing actor and great villain. I mean, he's like one of those villains that he's like super calm, and he's like super scary and menacing at the same time with those eyes and everything. And he does nothing phases him. I think he's a frightening character. I really do. Frightening villain. And in his mind, I mean, he thinks that he's doing the right thing. He's doing in his mind, and that's the most frightening. Is the ones who believe what they're doing is right. So definitely, guys, definitely strong. Another strong outing from Damien Dark. The villain of the week was kind of weak, but I still thought was okay. He wasn't too bad. It was all the setup. There was some weird thing going on with him that one of the negatives is that when they were actually in the Palmer Technologies and Felicity takes the secret elevator down. They get down there, and then Double Down freaking walks down the stairs. It's like, why is there stairs there? That was a negative. It was like, why? I mean, it was weird that the one of them takes the secret elevator down into the secret lair, but then the villain just walks down the stairs and you just walk right into right into the lab there, the secret cave. So I mean, that was a negative. Very weird, but I thought it was cool seeing the character for Mr. Terrific. I mean, you see he's creating those from the comic books, the T-spheres. So he's creating them. We've seen a little bit of hint of Ray Palmer as the Atom because he was like making communications or whatever on Felicity's phone. So he is in the building. He's in that lab or whatever, and he's like an atom size. So it should be cool to see that ongoing and see them bring him back to normal size because he's also going to be in the show Legends of Tomorrow. So they have to get all this stuff into motion. And it seems like this episode was heavy on that, trying to get a lot of stuff into motion for Legends of Tomorrow. You see they're starting to bring in Ray Palmer's alive. Sarah's back, and they're going to ongoing with her character now, you know, finding out what's wrong with her and to actually bring her back. So, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I really like Sarah as a character, and I can't wait to see more of these characters, you know, get going for the show Legends of Tomorrow. That's going to be very cool. It was also finally we got to see Diggle and Oliver kind of resolve their issues. I mean, that was starting to get annoying to me. That they had this ongoing problem. Diggle was always whining about what happened last season, and I'm happy that they put that behind them because I thought it was starting to get a little ridiculous. But so that's a plus. The flashbacks in this episode, I'm interested in the flashback. This one was kind of slow this week, but I'm interested and I'm intrigued with the flashbacks because you're back on the island. There's some weird like drug thing going on there with these hybrid poppy and like heroin cocaine hybrid plants going on there, and I was like, wow, well, that's interesting. So I like to see where they're going with that. And obviously Oliver's trying to save these people on this island, and it should be, you know, it should be cool. I can't wait to see what they do with that going forward. I'm intrigued by the flashbacks. I really am. Not like last year where they were, you know, very not very interesting at all. But this year's I'm enjoying them. So but yeah, guys, the whole thing with Thea, that she's trying to find out what's wrong with her, what can help, and I thought it was funny that Merlin just, you know, served up 2 guys for her to kill, and it was like, oh, okay. You know, and her demons that she's dealing with and coming out of the Lazarus pit, and she has to kill the one that wronged her, which was Ra's al Ghul, who is dead. So it's like she's stuck with that. And what I thought was interesting is when Sarah was put in there, and we know that to help or cure what's wrong with the ones coming out of the pit, you have to kill. I think it's kill who wronged you. That's what they said. Well, when Sarah came out of the pit, she didn't go after Merlin. She went after Thea. Thea's the one that wronged her, did the deed, even though Merlin's the one that forced or kind of hypnotized Thea to do that. She went after Thea. So I think it's going to be like a ongoing like cat fight thing where Sarah's always going to try to kill Thea. So that's going to be interesting how they deal with that. I mean, even when she goes on the show Legends of Tomorrow, is she still going to have that urge to kill Thea? I mean, that's going to be, I can't wait to see what they do with that. So I'm sure Constantine comes in there. He's going to exorcise the demons. I can't wait to see Constantine. I can't wait to see Constantine and how they deal with Ray Palmer as well. Should be very cool. But I really liked the episode, guys. There wasn't that many negatives. The weird lab, elevator thing, and the villain come down the steps. That was a negative. That was just odd. But everything else was strong. I mean, it was good seeing Mr. Terrific. He's starting to become like a regular on the show now. He's creating these cool inventions to help the team. I think he'll start to become the great inventor for the team. So that should be interesting. I think Felicity was strong in this episode. She finally stood up to Oliver and Diggle and told him to shut the hell up and start acting, normal again, stop hating each other. So that was cool. But yeah, and I thought she was strong. I mean, she picked up that Uzi and was badass with it. So I really liked Felicity this episode. So it was very good, very good. And Laurel wasn't that bad. I mean, I didn't mind her being herself and helping bring back Sarah. I thought she was okay this episode. I didn't mind Laurel this episode. So it's probably because she wasn't doing any fighting, probably. Yeah, guys. Another strong episode. I really enjoyed this episode, and can't wait for next week, guys. But that's our episode for this week, guys. Please write in the comments anything I might have missed that you want to touch on, that you want to say. Please write in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe. I do appreciate that. But that will do it for me for this week, guys. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.